The Pittsburgh Steelers community is buzzing with a discussion that could shape the future of the franchise. The latest controversy involves former NFL quarterback and current ESPN analyst Dan Orlovsky, who recently stated that Jalen Milroe, the talented quarterback from Alabama, would be the ideal pick for the Steelers in the 2025 draft. But is Milroe truly the future of the team? In this article, we'll explore the reasons behind Orlovsky's suggestion and discuss what the Alabama quarterback could bring to the Pittsburgh franchise, as well as the potential impact of such a bold pick. Before diving into Jalen Milroe and why he might be an intriguing pick for the Steelers, it's essential to understand the current context of the team. The Pittsburgh Steelers have been struggling to find a quarterback who can lead the team for the long term. Since Ben Roethlisberger's retirement, the team has been trying to stabilize the position but has yet to find a definitive solution. The current quarterbacks on the team have shown inconsistent performances, which increases the need to find a promising name in the upcoming draft. With the 2024 season underway and no clear solution at quarterback, the pressure on the Steelers to find a new leader for the offense is growing. In this context, the search for a talented QB in the 2025 draft becomes an absolute priority for the franchise. And it's exactly in this scenario that Jalen Milroe stands out as one of the most attractive options for the team's future. Jalen Milroe has been a sensation in college football, especially over the past 2 years playing for Alabama. The QB has excelled both in the air and on the ground, showcasing skills that place him among the most complete quarterbacks of the upcoming draft class. During his time at Alabama, Milroe accumulated an impressive 5,678 yards, 39 touchdowns, and 17 interceptions. These numbers would already be impressive on their own, but what really stands out is his ability to run with the ball. The QB also registered 1,257 rushing yards and 32 touchdowns, demonstrating his versatility and running back skills, traits that are rare in NFL quarterbacks. Moreover, Milroe impressed analysts with his 4.4-second 40-yard dash, something extremely rare for a quarterback. This speed catches attention not only for his agility on the field, but also because it puts Milroe in a unique position to be a legitimate threat both in the air and on the ground. Experts, such as Cleveland Browns general manager Andrew Berry, have already pointed out that Milroe might be the only quarterback in his generation with more speed than Lamar Jackson, the former NFL MVP and one of the fastest quarterbacks in recent league history. With these qualities, Milroe has drawn comparisons to some of the greatest quarterbacks in the NFL, particularly regarding his ability to move around the field and escape defensive pressure. But does he have what it takes to become the future of the Steelers? That's the big question Dan Orlovsky raised. Dan Orlovsky, who has closely followed the evolution of American football, recently made a bold statement about the Pittsburgh Steelers situation and the future of the team. For Orlovsky, Jalen Milroe would be the ideal pick for the Steelers in the 2025 draft. The former NFL quarterback believes that, among all the teams in the league, the Steelers are in one of the worst situations when it comes to quarterbacks. He sees Milroe as having enormous potential not only to be the future of the franchise but also to be a game-changer in the team's playing style. Orlovsky points out that Milroe has the rare combination of the ability to throw long passes and impressive mobility. According to him, the Alabama QB could add a new dynamic to the Steelers' offense, especially with the addition of talented receivers like George Pickens and DK Metcalf. Orlovsky's vision is that a solid offensive line, a strong running game, and a new aerial threat could make the Steelers a more unpredictable offensive force and harder to defend. Adding Jalen Milroe to the Steelers could radically change how the team attacks. With an offensive line that favors the running game and explosive receivers like Pickens and Metcalf, Milroe could bring the perfect balance between the passing and running game. The QB has the ability to stretch the field with deep passes but also to escape pressure with his speed and mobility, which would open up new possibilities for the Steelers in terms of improvised plays and new offensive strategies. One of Milroe's greatest advantages is precisely this ability to mix aerial and ground plays in an unpredictable way, creating a dynamic offense that could confuse opposing defenses. With such a versatile quarterback, the Steelers could embrace a more aggressive and creative style of play, using Milroe's speed to open up the field and exploit the weaknesses of defenses. Of course, Dan Orlovsky's recommendation is not a guarantee that Jalen Milroe will be the chosen one for the Steelers in the 2025 draft. However, the idea that he could be the missing piece for the team to gain a new offensive identity is something that is gaining traction within the fan and expert communities. The question now is whether the Steelers are ready to invest in a quarterback with such a unique and risky style as Milroe's. Could he really bring the balance between the air and ground game that the Steelers need to become contenders in the AFC? Or should the team look for another type of quarterback, one with a more conventional style, to lead the team in the future? These are questions that Steelers fans will undoubtedly be asking in the coming months as the 2025 draft approaches and more important decisions need to be made. Now, we want to hear your opinion. Do you think Jalen Milroe would be the right choice for the Steelers? Or would it be wiser to look for a quarterback with a more conventional style? Leave your thoughts in the comments below, because we want to know what you think about this potential future for the Pittsburgh franchise. Stay tuned, as news about the 2025 draft and the Steelers' picks will continue to generate plenty of discussions and twists. We'll be closely following all the team's moves to see how the decisions made in the future will impact the Steelers' performance in the coming seasons. Until then, don't miss the next videos and updates on the NFL market. Recently, a shocking news story emerged about Sam Howell, quarterback for the Seattle Seahawks, being placed on the trade block. Several teams, including the Pittsburgh Steelers, have reportedly shown interest in him. But is this a good move for Pittsburgh? Let's analyze everything surrounding this situation and the potential impact it could have for the Steelers, considering both Howell's performance and the franchise's current needs. First, it's important to note that the Steelers have been looking for ways to strengthen the quarterback position. In addition to Sam Howell, the team has shown interest in other quarterbacks, such as Joe Milton of the New England Patriots, who has been standing out during preseason training. The search for a stronger QB option comes at a crucial time, as the 2025 season is full of expectations for the Steelers, who aim to return to the playoffs and possibly contend for the Super Bowl. The arrival of a new quarterback could create internal competition, which could serve as extra motivation for the development of Kenny Pickett, but it could also bring a new leader for the franchise's future. Sam Howell, 24 years old, was drafted by the Washington Commanders in the 5th round of the 2022 draft. However, his career so far has been marked by ups and downs. After being promoted to starter in Washington, Howell had a difficult season, posting a 4-13 record with 3,946 yards, 21 touchdowns, and unfortunately, 21 interceptions. While he showed flashes of talent, his inconsistency prevented him from establishing himself as a reliable QB for the Commanders. His stint with the Seattle Seahawks has been equally uneventful, as he had limited opportunities, playing only 2 games so far. This lack of consistent playing time raises some questions about his true potential. Can he really be the solution for the Steelers? Or would it be more beneficial for the franchise to look for a more experienced option or one with a better performance history in the NFL? Additionally, it's worth noting that competition at the quarterback position on the Steelers roster is already quite tight. Mason Rudolph, who has been Ben Roethlisberger's longtime backup, remains on the team. He's an experienced player who knows the team system and could play an important role if needed. Therefore, adding Sam Howell to the team could be an unnecessary move, as the team already has a reliable backup. On the other hand, signing Howell could also mean sacrificing valuable draft capital for the Steelers. The team has been cautious with its draft picks, and adding a quarterback with no consistent track record could pose a risk. Moreover, if the team chooses to invest in Howell, it could delay the development of other areas of the roster, especially those that need more reinforcement, such as the offensive line and defense. Pittsburgh needs to focus on improving the quarterback position, but with an option that offers higher quality and growth potential. Now, one of the main reasons the Steelers should not consider Sam Howell is his lack of experience and the inconsistent performance he has shown so far. The Steelers need a quarterback who can solidly compete for the starting position, someone with a better chance to stand out and help the team achieve its goals this season. Unfortunately, Sam Howell doesn't seem to be the immediate solution the Steelers need, especially when compared to other options available in the market that could provide more stability for the franchise. What do you think, Steelers fan? Would Sam Howell be a good bet for the future of the team, or should the franchise look for a more experienced quarterback with greater consistency and growth potential? Leave your opinion in the comments. The discussion about the future of the quarterback position in Pittsburgh is just beginning. Finally, the Steelers should keep an eye on other quarterbacks available, who may offer a safer option, such as veterans or promising young players who have already shown more potential in the league. With the 2025 season approaching, the pressure to make the right choice in a quarterback who can help elevate the team to the next level is high.